We gotta go sharp. The Dojo podcast, season 14, episode 4. Episode 4.
The whole
Dez
crew is back.
The quarterback is back.
Everybody back.
The whole
Everybody
crew
here.
back. The whole crew back.
The resident pick me is back.
Oh yes.
This time she's not roped in. She came voluntarily.
She came voluntarily.
That's when you know grooming is worked. When she now comes voluntarily.
Word. Yeah, man. This is episode 4. Shout out to
Noma Swaz.
Yeah.
Shout out Swaz.
She held it down.
Gloria.
It was a great episode.
Yeah, it was a great episode.
Yeah, she held it down. Shout out.
Even though re ikenya dikolotong a shapua ke pool.
Oh yeah. Hey, brah. That would have been
Sue the shit out of this set. Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah. Shout outs to her, man. But otherwise, when I pay the bills, when I pay the bills, hand the top of the show. You know what I'm saying?
Like we said last week, head over to Uzuri to co.za.
Yeah.
To get the tickets to the party.
To the party.
I saw somebody has already bought a ticket.
Yes, yeah. I think it's good
And
justice.
I think I need to clarify something about the event properly. So we are launching what we are calling, maybe as a working title, a Dojo Summer Series. So if you remember the first Dojo event that you came to in Bedford View, I think the one in Hyde Park was also similar in setup. The whole house party with a pool. But what we are deliberately going to do now is we're going to cap the number of people that are coming. So this is not a marketing gimmick. We're going to cap the number at about 150, I think. Let's say 120 because maybe there are other 30s for staff and maybe the brands if they want to send people. So we're only going to release 120 tickets. I suggest you get it as early as possible. The tickets are already available on uzurimonline.co.za. We are looking to have much smaller in scale, but increasing the quality of engagement, so that the bar is flowing, the food is flowing. Please try to come early. We're going to do an 11 to about 10 at night. Professional.
And it's on a Sunday.
And it's on a Sunday on purpose.
Yeah, so we start early, we end early.
So we start early. We will show you the proper venue in terms of what it's got to offer.
Yeah.
Then what we'll be doing is that we'll be releasing tickets for the subsequent ones. So we're probably going to run about 3 of them between now and the end of the year.
Yeah.
So I encourage you to go on Uzuri and check out the tickets. We're going to also have our match.
Yes.
When do you think the match will be live on Uzuri? Yeah, but the match is coming.
But it's on the cards. It's on the cards.
Along with all the other vendors that you can see there.
Yeah.
So those are the bills.
Yeah, those are all the bills, right? Yeah, those are all the bills. Shout out to Uzuri. Please grab the tickets. 1st October. Yeah, 1st October, the Sunday, right?
Yeah, 1st October.
1st October, man.
September.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So look out for that.
I saw the tickets are pena boy.
Hey,
and they're throwing everything at
they're throwing everything, bro. They're giving like students discounts now, bro, like 25% on the ticket.
It's on the 23rd.
Bare how I got ticket ya diski. Aksa like ke by the bitsang how I got for like the season or the suit, I think. The season tickets. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, if you buy one of those, you get the Burner Boy for free. Yeah.
When is it?
23rd September.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Aye.
Yeah,
because the difference is when he came for the Delicious Festival, he was booked. It was not his show. Now it's his show
at the F&B.
So meaning when somebody comes there, they're coming for you.
Yeah.
Now that's when you really can test whether you've got support or not.
You got support or not? Yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see if he fills it up. It's like one hour if
up. But that guy is huge, man.
Yeah, he is. I get to be maybe why.
Once you start featuring in conversations about drop dates, right? because when I was listening
Yeah.
on the Joey, people thought that Drake was going to drop. I think the one of the other Fridays.
Yes.
And Burna Boy was going to drop on the same day.
Yeah.
And they were
Comparing
and pondering whether
It's a wise move or whatever.
it was blasphemous. Did Drake move out of Burna's
Burna's
way?
way.
Or was he doing him a favor? Why don't you answer those conversations?
Yeah.
You've made it.
Yeah, you've made it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think they feature each other on on somebody's track, on each other's track or whatever. I think
Burna.
Burna has a song with Drake.
With Drake, I'm not
I
certain.
think. I
I'm not
saw
certain.
that there's a collaboration of sorts.
I'm not certain, but yeah, he's huge. Like we can't
Yeah, that
we can't
guy's
deny
massive,
that. Yeah,
bro.
no Saleda. Okay, Ibuza fella, maybe what it is about the market here, especially maybe FMB. I guess maybe if that was a bit too ambitious, maybe we try it.
Maybe that.
Yeah, maybe we try it.
Is that where he's going?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's FMB.
Yeah, FMB. Maybe we try it of it.
But because Hana the local acts to support, ne?
I haven't seen any announced.
Because
There will be though.
Yeah, but they probably will.
yeah, he probably
Yeah.
should have said ahead of time. Ahead of time.
We'll see. Mbali, what's up?
Hi, Dez.
How are you?
Shap Kunjan.
Grand. You were on YouTube back in there when you're always on holiday. Kind of we say that, man.
Guy is dating a corrupt politician.
Yeah, like a corrupt politician because you're always on holiday.
Always on
Not
vacation.
even. Not even.
Yeah, when we look at
St. Lucia.
yeah, didn't St. Lucia. Sounds fancy.
It's all about an estuary, man. Like, chai short left.
It's short left in Yana fella. Did a little fishing.
Yeah.
That's var. Not fishing for men, but fishing.
Fishing.
Or maybe that too.
Deep sea angling.
Like fishing for real.
Deep sea angling, yes, for real, for real.
And you caught some shit, right?
One, a yellowfin tuna.
Dope.
You make friends.
I always make friends, man. Wherever I go, I generally
Abelung.
make friends. Ish, unfortunately. Yeah.
I want about the St.
what-
Lucia.
Yeah.
Sounds very white.
Yeah.
Sounds very
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, man. But you had fun, right?
I did, thank you.
Alright.
I missed
TG.
you.
Eh?
Yes, I missed you.
Yeah.
You've
Kinda
been adapting a lot.
Nyame for the past 2 weeks. So the week prior in LA Spencer time. So I was there for that. And then last week we came to a funeral. Yeah, one of my boys' father passed away.
Okay.
So in the Gila support. Yeah, and one thing that's interesting about the funeral these days, Gaga time alam fana ona sa cracking anymore.
Okay.
Oh, so but they still went to go tap his old church.
Yeah.
So di man wa gereng ka rona wa mtlisara a get ebe mara wa ke ka rona to what this camp because it sounded a little bit shady, talking about her name, man. Kreke community, the community of people that you are with all the time. And them should be them niggas bow vesa. There's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. Or mo no pilala thing.
How about ons?
Ibe batho bow tsabisa.
Skata rona ke ono tsa stomach.
Or maybe pila ipatla at another church, and that's fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I buela side. So it got me thinking, well, now but like I'm not affiliated with any fucking church. You know what I'm saying? So what's gonna happen when I pass away? So I'm gonna probably have to remix my own, ceremony, tap my community. Okay,
Once it's a primary school.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fuck around and probably get like a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm probably not gonna have people.
But it's
a man feel. Hey.
These people are available for hire, bro.
Yeah, they're available.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
And the way that the economy is set up, ka fela motho lapi.
Word, right?
Ka fela motho lapi.
Yeah, but they shouldn't just make it weird. Okay, but I can be like that is what they're supposed to do, right? Whether they can agree or not.
Attitude,
Yeah, but if I tap a church, Zogalang, somebody passed away here. No questions asked.
If you're part of the congregation and if you're paying your tithe, Because Catholic sometimes you walk on a logo sky kereke,
Yeah.
but you're up to date.
But you're up to date with your
Batao part.
Especially
Especially if you have members of the community, of the family, of your family,
Still
who are
going.
attending. You're
Yes.
just the one that's not.
yeah, still one.
Like because now only the guys staunch. So ibile mo king masen Sicilia bo mera seaparo.
Sure.
So o ngotse gore ke na le bana ba ka. So if na ke bora
Botopa.
media ka mhlomong ha e batlo go mpata ka tsela e o le di batla o ntsha ka kereke o le di kgona ya kerekeng.
And then
I lost a member as Pebuka.
and yazogala community ya Greg.
Maro check wa book up here.
So what if my books are fucked up?
Then you pay up.
Yes, they
Pay up,
Then you top up.
Yeah, you top up.
And then Bazoga. That's wow, because I got me thinking, what's again? You know, I tap the whole me, you know, and I take with this speech here.
In fact, you know, when you're talking about that, I'm looking at how the lifestyle tsa rona as bodaki the mangamla khona ho di exploiter industrially or commercially. But like before it was like okay, the cost of burial was and it was mainly food. Then we started making the caskets a thing too. So then they made the money or the policy include that. Now be babona le taba tsa bo madikhuza le di go. Now se ba kenya le bo di airtime. Immediately o hloka ba tseba rona le organization akere ba hloka maybe ka airtime ya 500.
Yeah.
Ne? As a top up, maybe barele voucher grocery, maybe barele khomo or whatever on top of the lump sum. Like on Tubuankon, it's only a matter of time until Hotswali Murut. It's only a matter
and a band.
Yeah, because what they wanna check
And
okay,
what?
yeah.
And a band.
Yeah. So what they will do, what they will do that they will go and they will go and strike up a deal their church, ne? Like me say Avbob Barno. For every policy at one, offer R1. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
R1 every month ne, will come to your church. That if somebody does not have
an affiliation,
in case they don't, then you can send somebody from your thing to officiate
exactly
the ceremony. And you as a church, we as a white company will give you money. Because how you go daking and you propose something like that, ne? Or now our own things you can see with insurance, we are like, nah, kitty bad luck. Kitty bad luck. Sneaking from ning Morutia Satuaka insurance. Then Mangamla come and take our same money, go back to our hoods,
and it's gonna be
and make
necessary.
money. Because if you look at it now, like if Negli Murut, I was gonna go to a funeral park services outside the correct in Kenya and down. Game 5 ranta for every police. My job is to officiate. Ka weekend. A weekend. When I limit to msebitu I go mafu fair. Then
yeah, that should might be a thing.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
Kispansa kasi kipata batho.
Finally would feel like abasakala would feel like that's why even a band.
Yeah. Hey,
even a band. But we who are all quite blind did I hatlamle ibe moment ya sfeel. Go kema ai qala. It was super awkward.
Ba lenana bohloko ba o tshitela bo boholo la botse ba bohloko ba go qala pina ka kereke me ba re tshware mo
tshwara. Bagae. Era.
Pamela.
Hey man.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, because it gets super awkward, bro. It gets super awkward.
Because I also went to a funeral during the week, no particular Wednesday, and you start realizing like the decay in terms of why, because like there's no longer a case for people to attend funerals because people no longer go with the aim of helping. Like mabitling no so kwala ntwe
TLB
but symbolically will wabo
yeah.
That's one of the things seba also slilo ho tshela mobu na rona ho tshela mobu was a very symbolic thing go banna ba fitla ke bona ba motho bo si ba local ba phe but so kena di cater jwalo you see niggas they are in the past ha pasita mane ba se mo servicing ha we were passing so na le batho ha ba fitla mabitleng ha ba theohi ba theoha tlojewa. You didn't go to the service. Because what I'm trying to say, you're not to so now what you start realizing that like Hausa Tusa Konmaka, so it's only a matter of time until a policy says after the total cleaning service, if it is cleaning the entire yard, like nothing happened. Because the community is no longer extending that helping, and communities are now going to these things just to eat.
They're not, bro.
You're raising a good point because a few weeks ago, one of my neighbors walked up to me and was like, "I'll be funeral. I'm like, no, I don't. Why? He's like, ish, but I bleed. Marara skawara, glapara empek shai taki, nitlokopana plan.
Bravo.
And
That's the only meal you can get for the day.
O le sedi ne se ba go bothwasa. Ba re ne se bothwasa ba ba tshwarang mantsibuya hi. La motho clinic motho a le clinic mo tla ba fotsela ena complain ha line ene telele na bona ha e fela bona. Mara line ya dijo le fu. Ha o ya le bola ile one ibile motho o tshigile letsatsi ka plate.
And I complaining next.
No complaints.
No complaints. No complaints.
O bona na matsena ntse di chinja.
And that's how it is, my G. Yo, that
they don't complain in that queue.
well, nobody complains in that queue, man. Yeah, man. I like.
Mara mangamla shibile ntutsi bona.
Yeah.
A itshella fela bona a check fela hore ntwe kae.
Yeah, no.
Loophole kae.
Yeah, funerals are gonna look drastically different once we start passing away.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of our black moguls, when they pivot, they go into funeral parlors and funeral.
Yeah, funerals.
Licho manana na le yona ne. Where's the young guy man?
Dinal chalet, did I then?
Dingantobela head. Dingantobela head a funeral.
It's a show business. Like, there's no way no one's not gonna die.
Niggas are gonna go.
Yeah.
Recession proof.
Recession
It's a
proof.
recession proof industry.
When I always make sure the package is out, it's all.
It is always somebody dying.
Yeah, there's always somebody dying.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah, man.
So they made a killing in COVID.
Bruh.
It's just that
because,
they limit about.
Avbob even had a different section for COVID fridge, like for COVID deaths. They had a separate fridge for COVID people and another fridge for normal, like other deaths.
Other deaths.
that are not COVID
But what did
related.
you say they bled more during COVID?
Really?
Because the aim is for you to get the least amount of claims.
Yes.
So they had to pay out more during COVID because a lot of motherfuckers dying.
A lot of people are dying.
Yeah, the insurance. She's talking
The
about
insurance.
parlors.
I'm talking about the parlors.
The parlors.
The parlors were making money.
The parlors were making money.
The parlors making money.
Yeah. Oh, in Alibaba insurance were bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, insurance was bleeding.
Yeah,
The thing is,
insurance
like,
guys were bleeding.
working at a mortuary and any other job, like, I'm sure it's very awkward to talk about your job. Like, how is can I let backlog?
Backlog at it
What does backlog mean when you work for a parlor? This is when you work for a bank. Or the opposite. Aye, quiet. It's funny.
Niggas ain't dying.
Quiet.
No, I can't get drunk around this nigga.
Niggas ain't dying.
And my boss says we need to do something.
Day in, day out. You are bathing, dead.
And babang
and then they embalm it. Yeah.
That's why benxila abantu bapha.
You have to.
You can't be sober wenza la msebenzi.
Oh, what now?
A lot of them, ne?
Badly. But as in ngona nhlale Kapa bekho mortuary that was close to our stay. So then you would like in lunchtime they were drinking in the parking lot because you're like, hey, it means it's a busy day. It's a busy day at the mortuary.
Would you date a guy that says I actually dihlambe istumbu?
I know because I'm not akhohlakele ngenzeka akazihlambi zodwa, so you can't trust niggas with anything.
What do you think he's doing?
I was actually going there.
You can't trust niggas with anything,
nah,
bruh.
bro, I don't, nah,
So I wouldn't be able to because the veteran
nah, but there's no such thing.
can't trust men, bruh.
Nah, there's no such thing.
Nah,
have you seen a dead body?
Mudise related a story from a series. Or you can only find it, but
Yeah, that was like a horror movie.
was
bro.
it you who was telling the story?
No, it was a true story. It was in the
Yes.
In a true story.
Yeah.
Nah, wasn't that some bullshit?
You can't trust
Yeah,
niggas with
that disease
anything.
in the news.
You can only get it if you sleep with dead people.
You can't even trust niggas.
Another one, a lady that was in a coma
Hey,
fell pregnant.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know I've heard.
you can't even trust niggas to work in
Who
a
was
zoo,
fucking?
bruh.
Niggas, yeah.
That's
Niggas fuck
fucking,
anything.
Yeah. Ali in a coma.
In a coma.
Give birth.
At least she's still hot, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, what's that chase? Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, dead body's cold as shit.
Niggas don't care.
Niggas don't care, bro.
Yeah, no, that's
Niggas
wild.
don't care.
Yo,
They
that's-
will. Yay.
If there's one thing you can bet on, is niggas
It's
not giving a
niggas.
damn.
Yeah,
I
no, that's
can't.
fucking nuts.
Dead or alive.
Mona patile kgoka ga ko bontate.
That's nuts.
Oh yeah, molwane ke ka bo. Tswa kgo.
It's like, yo.
What?
I'm serious. When we went to your wedding,
Oh my god.
when we went to your wedding, ke tsamaya le Kgotso na, so re qoqa ditaba tsa dilaleng da, like re plomile dithabeng. So Kgotso was telling me like, yo mfana, when we were growing up, no, we were talking about how lonely Badisa are. You know, like you were there in the mountain alone. You know, there are no women allowed in that. You know, so you don't interact with women a lot, especially Badisa ba tswa mo Lesotho.
What?
Because o khutla bosibu, o tswa sing.
Eh, basile.
So so Kgotso ba re, that's why these niggas never ripa dipudi wa bo. Abare, but then if you're caught sleeping with a sheep, what they will do, banka di reef, ba thube mabotlolo, ba wa kenye, o di apare ne, then ba o hule each and over the whole village. Ke thaba, ke babeta, ke beta dinku, ke thaba, ke mabeta.
There's no
ke
fucking
beta
way,
dinku. It's a humiliation.
Nah,
But there was also a video of some man ubulele ibhokwe or
Eh,
something bana. Hayibo uyibulele nguwe lo nobulala ezibhoku wavuma shemla tata. I felt so sorry for him because being utata being ngumuntu.
He had sex with it,
omtsha. Yes, and it died.
Wait.
Yeah, it was in the news somewhere.
It
Yeah,
was
it
on
was.
social media. I
It was on
can't
social
remember.
media, remember? Yeah.
They were humiliating him, but
Yeah, sure.
Okay, did he look like he was in his right mind or?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Amxhosa ne.
Hey,
Okay, he raped and it died.
these things kept dying. I think it was goats or sheep. I can't remember
just
which it
kept
was.
on dying.
But they kept on dying, and they didn't know what was happening to them.
Yeah.
Until this man
They
is
bamura-
steady fucking them, and then they die when he's like, I don't know whether they died during the intercourse
Yeah,
or
or-
after, but
Wa
there was.
dipodisa, maybe una di fa kokwanahloko or
Or
something.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe-
bez rapturisha wethuthi. I don't know, but
You know what a brute an animal is? What kind
Jesus.
of dick you got that kills that?
Whoa.
Yeah, I think it was a disease, maybe.
Yeah, maybe like human to
Yeah.
to animal in it. Maybe
it was something else.
It was something else. I mean. Yeah, no niggas, bro.
you see, you
Yeah,
can't trust
hey,
niggas. I'd never date a nigga that works in the
Yeah.
mortuary.
Just did the owner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Owner yona le batla mpe ka tšhelete ya ditopo.
Ba go tswa ditopong le na una ena.
Hey.
Mara ha spanela hada all the time. Hada.
Yeah, and I spinal
But at some point in his life,
Bruh, you
Ah,
know like
man.
Wabo, these
Wabo,
industries,
even you can't trust niggas.
you can even hear like some gory stories, bro. Like somebody was like, I saw it on social media. I think I retweeted it like 2 weeks ago. Somebody about I don't know what somebody was talking about. Then somebody says, wait till you find out what they do in mortuaries when a person that they thought was dead rises up.
Jesus.
Wabo. And you already profit. We already counted you.
So you gotta die.
Yeah, you gotta die.
So they kill you.
You gotta
Yeah,
die now.
Hey, now you gotta
Nah,
die.
yeah, nah.
Now you gotta die
Oh, county, you fucking up with my profit.
Fucking up with
and
the money.
your family is already grieving.
Yeah.
Fucking
So
hell.
no
Because
one.
apparently there are other people like that will quickly
Maybe-
send you to the mortuary.
Yeah.
And you didn't die, like maybe they didn't use CPR or whatever. Then when you get there,
You wake up.
you gain consciousness.
and nka
Vulelai!
tswa dipane mfa.
Yeah.
Vula line!
And then they finish
Are
your ass
ufile wena. Sesikubalile dikgomo. Kore, uka, it's like saying like,
Then
yo,
they
bruh,
finish your ass.
listen to this. Wa hlophewa ka tlung. The policy di patetse, re lile ra be ra fall. You're coming alive is fucking things for people. You're better off dead, my
Oh
G.
my God.
Wabo.
Oh my God.
Take one for the team,
Take
man.
one for the team. O lady ba tlo haha le bota ditjhelete dintho di tswile mfeng.
Hey, fun. Yeah, no, that's. Hey, I ain't dead. B.
But now you gotta die.
Now I gotta
gotta
Now you
die.
gotta die.
Now I gotta die for real.
Look at the bigger picture.
Hey, look at the
Hey,
bigger
We're
picture.
better off with you dead.
It happened to me in da.
The real father of your kids has already come out.
Fucking hell. Another thing da. When the funeral like your family will nominate various people from various aspects of your life. Botlobua on the experience of
Yeah.
you. So hola fitla khotman lele nda aqala abu wabo because now neseba butsi kind of the platform for people to come and speak ka move wo fitla khotman leleng so anare ano qaba move wabo qala bua story ne ana la ba ka kare line ana saya ka yona ka di story wasn't what the family wanted to hear so
they want a good side
because kare ene le motho ana onanwa le wa bona so ha ka batla o kena ka ditoring nyana tsa di
very good times
ke kwa family ka qala sefela na ba tla mkata off I tswa I ka tawa I sa tshoja ka tawa re ke kate I will nna ba ya will nna ba ke tawa I ka tawa I club what to tell no but they let him cook and no he didn't reveal much that you know that would have been weird but it just got me thinking okay
he's like yo let me cook
let me cook don't come me up don't come me up
speaking of which
because they didn't anticipate he will come and stand up you know what I'm saying
speaking of which Gaja died
yes that's a good one
I'm seeing that as a good segue because you know like when you die we've got this thing about not speaking ill of the dead or just pretending that your history is not a part of you
word
you know so what are you guys' feelings at the home
Shenge hey man because when did he pass away it was a Friday night
we woke up to Saturday it was now gaining momentum
because on social media like it was well not necessarily polarized but you would hear both because a lot of the political parties were you know but to say words of maybe some condolences and whatnot but you know your everyday Twitter person no they were cooking the homie man they were cooking the homie you know and then I saw a tweet ya bonga hore yana he feels conflicted because you know he benefited from dintho tse Shengadi and saying university in their part of town there was a bank now and
that's where he was from like Ulundi
but he was born in Mahlabathini though
so bonga yana ukwa benefited from it but everybody else was just talking about the atrocities you know and what are some of these atrocities some fan audience are you guys familiar sharp
very familiar especially East Rand. We're living Soweto, but Soweto, but Thokoza in particular, it was very, very, very tense. In fact, I don't know if the roads are fixed because around 2006-7, I used to work in the area. Like you would see like the petrol bombed potholes because there's a Thokoza hostel in Kumalo Street.
Jesus,
like the memory is still in everybody that lives there, and I could see all my friends like Bumukhlomide from there and stuff. Like they were like good riddance.
And what was the mission? Was he trying to plunge us into civil war?
No, it was rivalry between
ANC and IFP.
Call it gang wars.
Gang wars, basically.
But they took it over, and also they were funded and supplied by the apartheid government. So they had guns and resources. So when they went out,
they were going out. I know.
When I witnessed my first murder, as if I've witnessed a lot, but when I saw someone get murdered for the first time, being about to be AFP,
you've seen someone get murdered?
Yes, Orlando. Dingumdana, I saw Bembulal bade bamchisa. Yo, sana. No, they were beating him first, and then ultimately they burnt him.
No, you've seen some.
People were posting up like old clips. It's SABC News, and I saw one in talking again. This guy's narrating how this lady got killed because I can say a shirt didn't say Mandela. No. Hey, Shenge, onadiba kayo. Yes.
How that double declare they deny.
They
denied that whole shit.
Like they had a hand in it.
They deny
affiliated.
Complicit.
They're very complicit. Because, I mean, they started that rampage before the elections. So the government of the day was the National Party.
And IFP or now, and
he founded it.
Yeah, he founded it.
He founded it.
But what was to gain for fighting against the ANC for him?
To come out on top.
To come out on top, because now we are going to elections, and it's gonna be a race. It's gonna be a race. In fact, I think I must refresh my memory. During the, the IFP was not supposed to be in the ballot paper for 94 because it didn't want. There were things that they didn't want to agree to in the Korea, I think, whatever. So one of the negotiations was Mangosuthu was a deputy president of the 94.
Was he?
Yes, Thabo Mbeki had 2 deputies.
No, Mandela.
Nelson.
Mandela had 2.
Yeah.
I think I just started becoming a deputy, then became a minister of Home Affairs. Yeah, for peace. That nigga actually negotiated to becoming a deputy president of a democratically elected government.
Jesus.
Now that I think about it.
And it's not to say the ANC niggas weren't fighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just that they were outnumbered and outgunned.
And
out-tooled.
But ANC niggas were taking bodies too.
Yeah. It's just a final sponsored, state sponsored.
Yeah.
Hey, I got you. Yeah. Hey, so now there's a lot of revisionist.
Yes.
Revisionist history where they like sort of like whitewashing.
I'm also conflicted in a way that says
because there's a certain faction that says he secured the position Yamazulu, even though he sold out and whatnot.
Yeah, he did. Trust.
Yeah, but he
did.
Yeah,
He did.
but he.
Why am I sounding weird, guys? Okay,
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but he solidified their position.
Yeah.
With the stances and whatnot.
And in fact, even if you, that's another thing that people tend to forget, that he's from the royal family directly. And what he was doing was that he was playing the political part and the tribal card.
The
right?
tribal card.
And he secured himself good positions on both sides, because even when you look at how the Zulu monarch, even from a resource point of view, it gets more resourced.
Yeah, all
than
that land.
Any other kingdom.
Yeah. All that land they.
Even financially. Even financially, even prominence. And go on the TV, Kenya, there's a fringe, but with him, it's like.
Yeah, but darling, yeah, you don't.
You think Mrs. Ubaba
Nah.
Wouldn't.
Nah. And the government was actively participant in the whole affair.
But also, Mrs. Zulu wouldn't be caught up in village affairs.
Yeah. That's what's
which speaks to your stature as a kid.
Yeah.
Because Alindebo was presiding over
but that's his
community court cases.
But isn't that his job,
That's
though?
his job.
Yeah, but then that's how close to the ground you are.
That's an Induna's job.
For you to be presiding over village
and caning and doing the caning yourself.
But he took his 6th wife. Dali. He was getting married recently.
Oh, yeah? Was it? I see.
I saw it recently.
I had a speech or at his birthday.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's an old one, that one.
Yeah, it's an old video.
You are my subject. He's a charismatic leader.
Yeah, he kills me.
His son.
But he was, but he's preferred.
Oh.
Kape ha no to want to nina.
Ona sabato 12. And
there were rumors of he has one
with an axe.
The very thing that got him to that got him to jail.
Yo, Dali.
Yo, man.
Yo, get the fuck out of my house. Who said you can sit on my throne?
And in fact, Lora Tronkong, he overplayed his hand because he insulted a sitting president. And
Who did he insult?
Ulatjotsa Zuma ha bolla.
Habol.
Ke moshemane.
Hey,
So
hey,
he
hey.
and yena ke morena. So yena must humble himself and come kneel.
Kneel to the king.
Who are you talking
Who
to?
are you
man?
talking to?
You talking? Send your ass to fucking jail.
Whoa.
You'll eat jail food.
The chief Dumnyana says out, and it happens because I allowed.
And Mara, if it was any other
Yeah.
royal family like
Nah, I
of
hear you,
Mrs.
man.
Zulu stature, it wasn't gonna get to that. Yeah.
And the Shenge secured that.
Yeah, so
Yeah, for
Shenge
sure.
Even
for
secured
sure.
a position, I guess, as a prime minister.
Yeah, for himself.
Yeah,
In the royal family.
And he was a kingmaker. That man actually, he was a kingmaker in the royal family because I agree, Mrs. Zulu is dead.
Yes.
So he played a role. He
to-
secured himself. He was a kingmaker on both sides. So there's something to be said about.
How old is he?
He was
was
95.
95.
And how old was Zwelithini when he passed away?
68, I think.
Oh, Omhulu Zwelithini, eh? Okay.
Ke malome wa Zwelithini. Because ke mme wa Zwelithini.
So this guy's been prime minister since Solomon's.
Yes.
Zwelithini ke manje Solomon, eh?
This Solomon Dinizulu, yeah.
He was.
He appointed him.
Damn.
So he's been, bro.
Yes.
So,
So
all
he
that
served
time.
3 kings.
Yeah.
That's
And
that's a track record.
He served 3 kings.
The latest one, but yeah, in a little difference over ideology, I guess.
Over money. At the end of the day.
There's a differences over ideology.
Yeah,
I
but like
guess,
what
yeah.
I'm saying is that you look at that guy, ne, and you look at his political life, and you look at how did that person become so powerful?
Yeah, man. And before IFP started, was he part of the ANC bill? Because
No.
it was never that. It
I
was
guess
never.
there's always a rumor.
It was never an
IFP
offshoot.
Was was a project. It was meant to be a project. I don't know how true this is. Then I hijack. It was supposed to look, under IFP to kind of fight the enemy from within. But
Yeah.
I've heard that rumor.
Because if you look they didn't even. There was no struggle. They weren't. They were not political activists.
Yes.
So you don't like for a sharp political party.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I saw a clip. Yeah, Chris Hani
Yeah, I saw that clip too.
complaining about those guys weren't even in the struggle.
Yeah, they didn't suffer.
Like, what are they? They were not advocating.
Yeah, they were not in the struggle for political freedom.
Yeah.
One question that makes me wonder, okay, when I
Yeah, so that man about
under
the picture high.
29.
It could ballot papering after everybody was printed because they had a last minute negotiation there,
negotiation
and then he became a deputy
to be,
president.
because otherwise it would have
Quell.
been civil war, right?
Fine. That's solidarity. That's what solidarity looks like. When a nation comes together for their own interests.
Yeah.
And Zulu people
Yeah.
did that.
And
Yeah.
they did that for themselves. Ish. Yeah, no. So Yana Vele, his Kikaren legacy will be
It's not
Tainted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rightfully
Tainted.
so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so. I wonder if they're gonna give him a state, or maybe it will be a traditional one,
Probably traditionally.
more traditional.
It probably will be state sponsored though.
Yeah.
But the
'Cause
In some other way they won't.
He was no longer an active member of parliament again.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
He wasn't.
And he might get a provincial.
Might get a provincial
Yeah,
one.
you can get a provincial one. Kind of man who got a provincial, AKA,
Yeah.
he got a provincial one.
Oh, Balai Dumel.
Oh no.
No, he
Ba-
never
Balai
got
Hana.
Balai Hana. Balai Hana.
Like
aka.
Mofafela Heroes Acres burial.
Yeah.
So
but they
he was
didn't do the
strong
whole.
in KZN.
shebang.
KZN might probably.
Yeah, they might do something
They
for.
might do it.
They will.
They
Yeah,
will, or the
yeah,
royal family,
they-
or it could be a joint, thingy. And sometimes, Kalebala, the politicians, when they send out condolences, I can have an official stance on something for respect. Doesn't mean that I agree with things that you did.
Yeah,
I
word.
mean, we go to negotiations, but we don't like them, but I still shake your hand and we will eat. But it doesn't mean like we met.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because a lot of people were
So-
surprised about the EFF message. But now I wasn't too surprised
No,
because
they're colleagues.
yeah, because
they're
they
colleagues.
they used to, but it's a lead coalition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Doesn't
saying?
mean they agree with them.
A lead coalition. You know, but I guess on social media people were thinking, okay, there's a lot of that sugarcoating because nobody was mentioning, you know, the past things, the political parties in the condolence messages.
I get Mandela. Lena ke le gaja ne tlo how. Re dumelane le maburu a jamnati la re Mandela wins the rain. Re dumelane. Sa vumelane. Manje why nivusa amanxeba.
Why?
Re dumelane nje.
Why?
Ke ya maburu.
Hey.
Because I was having a debate with some guy on Facebook, but then I stopped because I thought maybe I'm insensitive. I was like, the thing is sometimes is that when it comes to our own, like you see this thing Zuma, when it comes to our own, we go very hard. You know, like we go very hard, Mara Mutana Sukita like it feels like
we soft.
Yeah, then I'm like, oh, you niggas are saying all these things about
exactly. A lot of these companies,
the very things that were given to us, you still subjecting yourself to them, and you know. And I'm not saying there's a difference in saying I'm not saying we should not discourage people that express their disdain over the man. That's not what we are saying.
Sure.
Because to other people, based on the proximity of the pain, we get it, bro.
And history must remember all of that.
History must remember.
But the history books will, you know.
Let's also to the because he almost got them caught.
Yeah.
When he was president for a day.
He almost got us caught. He's always been prone to violence.
That nigga was wild.
Nana Mandela who cut a trip short. You've got a foreign affairs nightmare waiting for you.
Yo, imagine that guy's a president, bro.
Yo, bro.
Because also once he's a day one day in jail. Over where his mindset was. Yeah, where his mind was at, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that nigga was wild, man.
If you were not Zulu, you would have been fucked.
Yeah, because that's why we must be careful about people that are, you know, identity politics. Deny that danger because that's how you got the Hutus and the Tutsis.
Yeah.
So we need.
That's how that Rwanda shit happened, man.
Because when people are very radically tribalists,
and pushing it on those tribal lines.
Tate. That's what they used to do. Tate. Tate. I really know that different never have about that. I can't take a very we're not a
I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's no good. It's a dominant language.
Yeah, that would have got me. And they will not talk about speaking of other people that passed away,
Ray Ackerman.
Yeah, Raymond Ackerman, former CEO, right, of Pick and Pay.
Founder, actually.
Oh, founder.
Retired as a CEO.
Yeah. He passed away recently. At 92.
I think you saw on Twitter somebody was saying September usually claims a lot of.
Yeah, in LA came up.
So September.
That's when hell opens up because
transfer
window. Yeah. You know, the Queen died in September.
The portal opens.
Mangosuthu
Mugabe too. Yeah. All in September.
That's when
the portal to hell opened. So like he was being praised for you know, his progressive workplace policies.
Was it?
At Pick and Pay, he was promoting promoting black managers. He had black managers in the stores, which was during those apartheid times. In something in ASR. You know, you can't have black people managing stores. Yeah. So
Pick and Pay has never really had a big kind of like racial staffing issues. With checkers. From what I can remember.
Oppenheim. Yeah. His workplace policies were
really. He's Jewish. He's a Jewish Lithuanian immigrant.
Yeah, but
His father owned Ackerman.
Ackerman. Yes. And then
Which sold to Checkers.
Who sold to Checkers.
Checkers. Shit. Yeah, but Kala starts a payday and then
build them up.
and build them up
Yeah.
to Pick and Pay.
But we are progressive by employing black managers, ne?
Yeah, and ona promote about.
We want the exco.
Yeah, ona promote.
We must also not be blinded to the fact that we want exco. We want it where it matters the most. We want exco.
Yeah, but when they're doing apartheid, how it's a to storm
I get it. Symbolically.
Yeah, umzam.
I get it symbolically.
Yeah, umzam.
Like I said, they are shop like they like had good shopping experience. There was always clean stores.
Yeah. And it was a billionaire, ne?
Yeah.
Familiar one kid billionaire.
But PMP is PMP privately held. It's not on the JSE.
Yes,
Privately held.
It's still in the family's hands, right?
Yeah. Mfana Haiki, his son is the chairman now, Jonathan. Okay, it's Bharat Ackerman by 2. One is the chairman, but the CEO was a foreign guy.
I
I find it interesting already. They sold Baraking Ackerman to Checkers, and then Raymond Ackerman worked for Checkers before he opened Pick and Pay.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, he did.
Oh, he worked for Checkers
Yeah, he worked
before.
for them, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so he
Then he
basically learned
For 2
the
stores and then built
operations.
them up.
and then build them up after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, ne. I'm a privilege, man. It's a guy that
Do you guys still think that there's still room to create brand empires in this day and age?
Yeah.
Or have we gotten all there is to gain?
I think the tides are turning, and what I mean by that is that more black people are now building their own brands.
But
For
I'm saying
example,
to-
like Fenty,
To this
Fenty
kind
is
of
a-
scale, though.
And empire level.
Empire level.
To this kind of scale,
Corporation,
because
yeah.
if you look at music, no black executive has managed to reach the levels that were Interscope
Yeah.
or Sony.
Yeah.
There's always like a
Yeah.
cap,
Even movie
even movie
or
stuff.
television studios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry. is
Nobody has
starting
been
now,
able
yeah.
to reach Warner Bros.
Yes.
Level.
Universal status
Yeah.
because the infrastructure has already been occupied.
Yeah.
sure.
Coffee
For
like
sure.
maybe.
All the
For sure.
infrastructure is owned, and to build your own, you'd have to come up with that capital, which then defeats the purpose of starting the business.
Yeah.
So you find yourself in a situation where to build the empire
You
or
need
brand, you have to tap into that infrastructure.
Yeah, boy.
And seed ownership.
So you can be a record label, but who's doing the distribution?
Yeah.
Sony.
Why is he not starting Yeezy
Yeah.
on his own? He's like, yo, bro, when you look at how the fashion infrastructure is thing, once I go against the matrix, I'm not even going to have a business to begin with.
Yeah. I have to tap in.
Because like you're not to DJs would never run a lot like
to tap in.
in South Africa, even if you start like a consumer brand like
Moyana
Motohoka,
Mofai,
whatever,
yeah.
right? And then the channel through which you need to sell it is also white owned. You're not gonna produce today and you're on the shelf tomorrow. Because the corporations are paying for that space, they're influencing those things. So you find that you go to radio to place an ad, you are coming late in the game where advert is so expensive, but when they came into the game, these guys, sometimes they were even having ads playing for free to try to have a proof of concept about the radio can sell, right? By the time you enter the game, the value chain is consolidated. It's consolidated.
You're not rich enough to take millions of dollars in losses for 10 years in a row.
10 years in a row,
But
yeah.
Bona they can.
Yeah.
And that's how you build those businesses.
Yep. Yeah.
Like you're taking a consistent loss
Yeah.
of millions annually,
Yeah.
consecutively.
Yeah, because expansion costs money.
Yeah,
Besides-
you're not that liquid. That's why, like, by the time anybody wants to enter the market, even in SA, Take a Lot would have taken over whatever that was left.
Yeah.
The chunk of infrastructure that was left in
Yeah.
terms of
Yeah.
distribution. They are, and they're operating at a loss.
Yeah. And again, a double whammy for that is that that's only you setting up. You still have to work against the retaliation that you're going to face because we start price cutting you. So you've already done the infrastructure, then now you have to go sell.
Yeah.
2 liter ke 10 rand.
10 rand. And you can't compete with them.
Azish.
When out like a fire cola or 20 rand, and you cannot afford not to sell less than 20.
Yeah.
Your factory is already like to make it month on month on the fix.
You're
always on the brink.
Yeah.
Coke, you read 10 rand Coke.
And then they undercut you.
For 6 months. Budget America profit.
And they take the loss.
They undercut you. That's why competition commission can make it.
No. That's why the state was very paramount in creating empires. Even all these companies that I always make an example about. Sometimes you think you're competing Lebo Koku at a product level. But the muscle that these guys have and the backing of their own governments, because they man no complain South Africa batlagam la ojen and them laona on khawata jena. Body sugar tax, by the time it gets adopted into law, those scenarios about how they build them in, they are now comfortable to take it.
Yeah.
But that thing should have seen the light of day way before. But because they were not ready, the financial model, they had not perfected the financial model. By the time you as a consumer, the plastic that thing didn't shift the needle. Because the retail companies had to be given time to work the model in. Okay, because the person that's been duped here is the public. The person that's been duped is the public. Global warming, then the PR for global warming had to run fast to convince you to buy plastic. But every time we're not buying plastic, you've just given retail more 1 rand, they take 50 cents, they give the government, everybody's happy. It's like we're in the middle, come on. That's how the world works, man, if you didn't know. That's how the world works. But they sit on the table, but in public, we are adversaries. We're going to go out and saying, fuck corporate. You're going to go to investors and tell them this is why you are changing. Now my duty kore. Otherwise, I'm increasing company tax then.
Bo box I decided to makul.
Yeah, Pick and Pay box.
I
nearly score. There was Score supermarkets.
Oh.
You were hoping to score. Go guys. But Score was converted into box. To completely label you save the lower market.
Yeah, but Kit Kat.
Will you save? Akamchang, will you save?
Yeah, but it's fair, probably 15 years.
Oh.
Yes. But before there was Score, there was okay, there was Score before.
Kit Kat, Yamakul.
Yeah, Indian.
That's a derogatory term.
Oh, hard.
Yeah, it was more for wholesale affair.
Yeah.
It's Indian owned, yeah.
Indian.
Leba ke ba bang le go trade ya bona ne. Njalo. He ho na le mtho kidnapping. He ho batlela di 50 million. Ma go kidnap ba bona fela.
Kifinyo.
Baba the wholesale.
Yeah.
The Indian there was, remember when they kidnap some family, but they transfer money through that platform.
Yeah.
Baba Moti.
Yeah, Baba Moti.
Yes,
yeah,
then they mapped.
Those niggas are rich.
And liquid.
From where? From what?
Cash.
Everything, bro.
No, get buy the chota
mining, retail,
trading, but mainly retail.
Manufacturing.
Yeah. Keep on getting kasida.
Those niggas are rich.
Keep on getting kasida ne. Bana di product tse re kwang every day ka 1 rand. Hale ka janto teng strateng se 1 la kula. Ha re tsebe re lo complain ka. Ha website, ha company. Mara every day
like Mascopa.
What did I say about you? How like you pass shops or factories.
So you won't know what it is.
What you missed in that, you pass like I used to have a TV concept idea of like you pass a place that who be easy, and you're like so those guys like it's an industry, because like the product line selling pass, yes, pass and fat, especially the snacks and sweets. The biscuits.
Yeah.
And how can you defame in that?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And there's a nigga tooled up. How we're developing and it's like a fucking full a special cat of
yeah.
Like I only the bodyguard.
Tooled up.
Okay, defame. Look what I don't know defame.
Okay, defame.
Which
makes me wonder though, Ori, how BB Cash and Carry is doing, because that's black owned.
Yeah, black owned, and then he's so now what they do. The last time I used to work in this industry, they've got things that they call
but
them
they're more
groups.
in the free state.
Yeah, they've got a thing called a buying group. So what they do is that they end up saying affiliate with us so that we can negotiate better terms with these big brands. But you are the face of the business, but we take a share in the business. So it's a franchise model, but not 100%
all the way. Yeah, it's a million, There's a lot of money passing.
There's a lot of money,
There's a lot of money.
and there's a lot of money that gets undetected from a receiver of revenue.
Yeah.
So
that dikukung tseo.
Dikukung tseo le di sweet tsa di fiber. How it's able to chemicals tse sebediswa mo ke.
At the barber that I use in Midrand, no e-wallet, go withdraw.
Why?
Cash.
You're leaving a paper trail.
Leaving a paper trail, yeah.
We want this money cash.
Sure.
Even surgeries. To the doctor.
Yeah.
Baba bahare swipe re kenya 30%.
They love cash payments.
Yeah.
Because that one is kept off the books.
Yeah, because I don't declare that one.
It's a medical aid, it's on pay tax
And
on
that's why
that.
about the tourists. But medical aid rate is high.
Tsena tse ding ai. Cash ena ntse ke
Tsa pokotel, Winka Street.
ke isa sekolong, ke isa school fees in sa
Sa
bana.
bana. Di groza ke family including the grocery. Then nako ntse ka ba traceable ke bond. Bond is a big ticket
Yeah.
item.
Maybe that's medical aid.
Ka re ke patala mara petrol ke undeclared income. Mabo.
Le di fail.
That's why I said I send the e-wallet.
Hey, yeah.
Kitila ka content cash. Yeah, but the one question about somebody said it's a heavy one. That's why like a lot of times I feel like Ronabodak, and especially when you talk about brands, we really like sexy businesses, man. And money is not in sexy businesses. We like sexy businesses, and we want our ownership to be on our sleeves.
Yeah, you have to be another sort of rich to get that. I mean, look at Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla operated at a loss,
For a
the
very long
longest
time.
Another guy is the richest person in the world.
Yeah.
You see, to get who's black and is liquid like that, to be able to take those knocks
And
on a consistent basis.
Ilane had already cashed out with PayPal. Okay?
Yeah, I had money. He was living off of people.
Well, he already he had money to burn. He had investors as well.
So
You know.
I wonder if, like in today's, in the day and age,
Especially here, Mzansi.
can you even build an empire? Are there still more empires coming?
Coming. And in what sort of industry?
And what do they look like?
Yeah.
What do they look like now?
Especially Mzansi here. I'm fun.
And happy now we like most businesses make money or empires is consolidation. Ntya mantwan yalona, mantwan atsasanyana, mantwan askaja, mantwan amfuking.
Yeah.
If you wanna build something, you gotta transcend your infetu. I'm serious.
Somebody on Facebook was saying, guys, we need to wake up and take the spaza shops back from the foreigners. How, my nigga? You can't even run one store.
Yeah, you had them.
You had it.
You had it. It was yours. You had it.
You can't even run one store.
Bruh, listen to this.
How you Tola?
Yeah.
You sell the business.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So, spaza.
You had it.
Spaza. What's up rent? The number one big expense for the foreigners.
Which is rent, yeah.
So they came. They gave you money. Because they relieved you of your business, ne? And gave you money in doing so, ne? And still made more money than you.
Yeah, bro.
Using the same spot.
Yeah, using the same thing.
Not knowing your life. That time, like if you're an investor, ne? An alien that comes to the world, I would be like, Tabanke Hahai, he speaks the language, he's from the community. I'm betting on this, it's his house. Des comes and says, no, I will go to Tabang's house. I don't know his language. I'm not even from there. But guess what? I will even give Tabang the rent money.
And still make more money.
Somebody would have said, I'm
ever
a
did.
fool betting you.
Yeah.
On you.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happening.
And that's exactly what happened.
Spaza so floating kati. In fact, look at this, what these guys do. I mean, one of my tenant is from Ethiopia. This guy is Okwalaka 11. Okwalaka 11. Ubula Usenka 7.
Every day.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, that's the concept of
7-Eleven.
Udulai, Ojai, he hana social life. Ne? So this is the price that these people had to pay to build this thing. You think you wanna do that?
Nah, niggas, bro.
How feel like it
Besides that, we're not to because you can't have a life in daytime.
Yeah.
And about nice.
Nice. We were packing Botabamba Fit. The man works one store from 50 rand to 500. minimal pay o ja ka yi reporta dintho tsa sharp o a stokiwa hona le di
It's got targets.
he adds new lines bona go ba batlang they go next door ba batla shop e nngwe. By the time it's an empire, that's the price he's paid.
And they do collective
Bargaining.
bargaining.
That's like a consolidation. To the point where
Nignalo babona education carrying down sanzana ke spana with those things. Ba fitla ba le paya mfana. Bele 1-ton truck kantle or 2-ton.
They coming to buy and bar.
Yeah, and then you'd see the South African guys. Governor high, we why?
Yeah.
Dostokali why?
Yeah.
Le majwaleng, go to the
Yeah.
to the king, Kilika City.
Yeah, like I said,
The wholesaler one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually the South African guys, Baba di Tavern the bottle store. Baba.
Because
And then the foreigner guys, it's always a
because
collective.
but I remember when I was when I was working at Nestle, I was looking after one big wholesaler outside Soweto. So he was telling me that these guys are our customers, ne? They're foreigners, what, Baraka yi. Because when you're a foreigner, don't forget that. You're also a foreigner. Ne? Just that you're a third generation, what, Bualin is the owner, yeah, wholesale. He's an Indian.
Yeah.
He can also a foreigner.
Skalewa.
So now we are because they are first generation. You're talking to South African.
A native.
Yeah, native. So we're now.
Yeah.
So
but
now,
what you told.
but now what he says to me is like, and when I bua, already bad, but in an indirect way. So he was saying, these guys are messing up the market. We no longer make a lot of money. What he simply means was that the good old days for him is that tabang mudise Dez take one by one bana.
Yeah.
Because they were not pushing my price down. Ite hautla ena ona ba sa fitla order ka ke batho ba 10 umfa o theosa price ya ka 5% or ke ko yo competitor
Or you leave.
so it's like they messed up the market. But what you are telling me rona le re di bar what he's telling me that bopari ba lona ne bo rejes but I had to be smart to know rent like mtho one rwag so be ke wena you are foreign
because you're not going to let that money walk out the door.
Is it because we're not enterprising?
Hey.
You know, is that our problem?
because the thing is like you see it now I can say it became fit like you see
Lino.
Lino check anoka our consumption ya jwala ne kasi maybe you'll tell maybe there'll be 5 let's say 10 in each and every kasi there's 10 top popping places ne
Word.
those guys are not smart enough to say mfethu ona le market wa how based on how you know you price your products based on how you advertise maybe we're not like amapoto hona le ba bang diplex tsa bona they are more LGBTI friendly
Sure.
kuruna mtholo you've got your core market
Yeah, you got
but
it.
una ntho re tshwantshang na lwe Stella ke Stella that doesn't change ne what changes go wena maybe o cater to local guy na ma ke batla bo modise bo mamang ne so ntho re kopanyang
Yeah,
ntho re kopanyang na lwena gore because na lwena we are selling the same thing why are we rocking up
to the
store in two individual vans wena o gutle ka van e empty e half full o reke ntho tsa le nna ke be ka half so can you see how we can first share petrol to minimize our operating cost first I'm not stealing your customer. What we can do is that even when we are competitors, we can collaborate on the back end. That fucks the maker of this, not our customer. When I accept 40 rand at MPO because night like 35, Maram Totam Lilwan and I refer 5 rand a share. Mara because on no. When we consolidate no. I don't want to know why I can sell 35 rand. So if I show him more stock and thing, I'm scared that she will now end up selling at 35. Then
We
that
compete.
Now we're competing at things that we shouldn't be competing with. Mahoa, when there's a law that affects the industry, ibadi show me. Bona Vodacom limiten barne rebata spectrum. Ubo ipoto about ba khanta disinto. Why asabuya li one Kevin Marno? Go mtwa route ra really tuda.
Okay, that's why competition
So you
commission who check out these backdoor dealings in the industry. Tolerate there's a common goal. These guys meet behind the corner.
Any hood today, top 10 hood that back Sanjwala because if they just went and said really 10, Harry low reka henekene, owner because of our precision, and they can change things like this. Like this. Mara, it's not easy.
Yeah, no.
It's not easy.
Man, balwana le kharazo nalwana mona ba di promoter di sisa. They're not working together. Come cool.
Because he's looking at the wrong matrix.
Yes. Hey, that's
Support Blomo,
support
sponsors. They only give money to
the
outsiders when
outsider
they come,
promoters,
and then they leave. Mara,
but I to connecting the local promoters for not working together. For not working together. Baba Jose Abafita Blomo da kariki divide and conquer. You know, they pick one. Yeah.
Or le Baba Jose Abafita. Lona if ne little rascaling, ne little haba hi replay if the whole ecosystem
is not.
And the Baba Jose Abafita ba etsa nyo.
Again, 3 days gone. Again, 3 days gone.
Living bodies.
Seras. Ngare collaboration if like into erotlola. I want like working together collab.
Sports. You know, people they forget or Adidas actually Puma are brothers. You know, but there's a rivalry. Like these guys, they will even say and agree with me. We're gonna go into sports, but soccer is your lane. We will still be in sports, but we won't go for the big stars. Basketball. But these are people that are fighting on the front end. Ne?
But they agree
on certain things they agree. Okay, sharp. Who are the big alcohol manufacturers? Okay, when I say bigger than this one. Maybe so that ammunition demand. Even if it means but
then everybody eating.
That requires a patient person. Motasa lapang, because most people make decisions ka mindset ya poverty. Moto anang lekelelwa tsa bang di economics le psychology di spana jwang.
Yeah.
A lona le dumellana ga je mo di sa re khona ba nyala.
Amen.
Lo bua le media ra ke tlebe ya bona ba re bojo tsa media. And happy we like to judge about who is proposing the solution. Abare media utlo le noka ole. Ai le bunga sign land. Ole ke mashasha utlo le noka.
Because I wanna talk the rumors say NAD surround the owner of Drip.
Yeah.
You know, because of what looked like rapid expansion. And people were, you know, questioning Winka guy, expender.
None of your business.
You know what I'm saying? He's got billboards everywhere. He's building up stores, like stores are like popping up. You know, it's like where is this nigga? You know, and we were distrustful of it.
And it's our own people.
And he's our man. So he was like,
he closed doors, did he not? Or he downscaled?
He downscaled.
He had a division of kids that he closed down.
Yeah. Division, kids
But you need to be liquid for that.
You need to be liquid.
Rapid expansion.
Like for example, strategy size wrong, and then you sit there and you're like, okay, le Nike tsa diaparo China magali ra swabo or wena or marketing untswembuka marketing uspanela a local ne, but you'd never go uludula money away from the Twitter and whatnot and say, oh homie, you are one of our own. This is the template we use. A good t-shirts. Nah, on Twitter, another black person, because what you are trying to prove, because when we've got this now, how a clever black, why you not studying your own thing? So when somebody starts their own thing and they fail, you want that story to vindicate why you are not doing it.
You're not doing
so
it.
what I do then, I become loud about your failures.
And the kids were like, a lot of people were invested in Fanao closing down or closing down certain. There was vested haters.
Yeah.
That's why the so-called clever blacks are the biggest complainers of black businesses online.
Exactly.
Yeah. We don't know about to vested.
Whenever they get bad service from black businesses, they use it as vindication.
That's exactly my point. Yeah, they use it as vindication. This thing is not easy. But I mean, those are the discussions. Like for example, like I also find like our approach to entrepreneurship, we like to wear our ownership on our sleeves. If I was like maybe let's say the Drip guy, I can identify in the marketing industry in South Africa black guys that are doing it at the top level who are in their mid-30s, and I come and say, gents, if you qualify 2%, I'm shedding away 10%. Mara, spanela makhoane, but make your thinking available to me. Make your thinking available to me. Get only 2%. Wabo. So you're a 2% shareholder of this thing. At some point, let's build it big enough to allow you to work in it full time. But or you're not gonna stick to your word. But actually, if you wanted to build an empire, that's what you do.
And I think a lot of these guys are not likable as well, man. Because because there's just something about that dude in people off the wrong way. Because I think if people liked him, if they heard maybe the business is suffering financially or whatever, there will be some sort of galvanization, the community to protect his business. Because if he wins, we win, right?
Yeah, I think the other problem,
there's something in the optics of a black brand winning.
I do have issues like with some entrepreneurs. I think that the problem, Karon, and it's a psychological thing. I hate this thing when somebody makes it on something, and then it's like now your brand in the market shifts away from being an entrepreneur to being a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They're not going to get the picture. Because that's what he likes to do a lot.
Yeah, he used to do this. He used to do the rags to riches thing.
You don't believe your own success. Type of thing. Like, just build. Then have a face of the business. Like you see what I like how most they do it, because there's a guy who's a businessman behind. Sbu came out my job is to market this thing and be the face. So I can do the things that are starting because it's on brand with what I do. But nobody's gonna say his business partner, maybe who runs the numbers, other business people, whatever. Now the problem with us is that you start a business, then you wanna be the celeb of this business.
You wanna be the face of it.
Here's another thing. Have you seen how black people, whenever they become entrepreneurs, what corporates do? They take the owner of the business and make him an influencer.
Yeah.
In their campaign.
Like remember that boy what he goes?
Yeah, skinny.
Skinny, whatever. He did this interview that just fucked up his PR.
5 million.
5M. Have you guys seen that interview? Advice. And he seems so arrogant and
frustrated.
People just turned their backs on him after that interview.
So what I've seen is like you see like a lot of banks, especially banks. Everybody knows today what is the biggest gripe that black people have with banks, which is access to funds, right? As soon as you make it as Tabang, what, then the bank wants to take our success to make it look like they gave us the money. Then Barifa Nyogu to appear in an ad. But all along we were looking for money to expand. You will see banks will never come out on a campaign that shows that a business made it because they invested in that business when the business could not even
early.
Yeah, or it did not even fit the profile, the borrowing profile. But then when they have a campaign, I don't know, it's a township economy.
CEO, then they call up the CEO.
There's an owner in some banking thing by Kenya billboard and then have a business. Bafa as a personality. Barki 100,000. It out to by keynote speaker, go and functionary. I'm sure about its expansion. All of a sudden, I get go bank on daily marketing. Then you tell them, if it's upstairs, we saw credit.
Like everybody else.
Where are his men? But Baba Hanon Kaza, I can't do it. Now all of a sudden, this is not the same bank.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, demand Savala you call out because now he's picked up. He's taken his KPI in the marketing department of what's made about the influencers of black business.
Yeah.
That's what Mahua are doing.
Yeah. And it kills black business.
Kills us.
Yeah, it kills black business. It really kills black business. Yeah, the CEOs of the black business are not likable, bro. Yeah, them niggas need PR for real. Them niggas need PR for real, man. But speaking on PR, Ace. Did you guys discuss it? Or did you guys discuss it? Alright. Let me jump
that. You don't watch your own pod.
I didn't see it. I didn't see you guys discuss it.
Can I get your opinion on something?
Yeah.
So Trevor Noah, they want to pay him 33 million for advert tourism, and people are a bit up in arms in it. But it's like too expensive.
So there's that advert to promote South Africa. Yeah.
But Kutwago's by my list.
No.
But ultimately it is.
It's gonna come from the
So
state.
whose
right?
money? Whose money is it?
Yeah, who's funding it? If it's promoted South
No,
Africa,
it's funded by the tourism.
By the organization,
Is it TCBSA
some
or something?
organization.
So it's government.
it's Gov, right?
But hey, I you guys, try your money taxpayer, man.
Where does the money come
But
from?
be adamant, but I don't worry, taxpayers.
Where
We're
do
not
they get
using
their
your
money?
money.
Nah, they're lying.
Do they not get government funds, subsidies,
You're not
grants?
tourism.
But hey, bro, we mustn't worry. It's not our money. Me, I believe them.
And whose mandate is it to promote tourism in the country?
Yeah.
Because there's Proudly South Africa, then there's Tourism SA, then there is another, there's always like this sub, is more national.
Aye.
I'm not mad at it though.
I'm not mad. Hey.
Why are you not mad at it?
What would you pay Trevor?
Yeah, that's his price.
What would you pay Trevor?
That's the price.
Nah, my issue is not that, I'm not mad at,
His price.
yeah, I'm not mad at his price. He can even charge more if he wants to. I'm saying as a South African, you as a government to begin with, which average South African feel that we have this need for South Africa to be sold as a tourism destination? Right?
Kaloka getting say South Africans.
No, yeah. I
Ask the
understand.
question again.
I am saying the money is because he's trying to sell South Africa as a tourism destination, right?
Yes.
So that we have more people coming into South Africa than people going out.
Yes.
From a visiting point of view, right? I'm saying tourism to a layman on the street, you have not even done enough job to try to concretize why tourism is such an important thing. From how you even train your people, as from customer service and all those kind of things. So I'm not seeing an average South Africa seeing and say, oh, we've got a crisis. We don't have many visitors in the country.
I don't understand your question.
My question is, I'm saying money is being spent to promote South Africa.
Yes.
Do we generally feel like as South Africans
As
that
South Africans that
our
we need
tourism is
more
under
promoted.
No, it's under performing? Do you get that sense? Do you think an average person thinks we have a tourism issue?
that we're not getting enough.
Well,
I don't think we would know.
Exactly.
We wouldn't know.
So my point is that that's what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that with certain industries, people will make a case why mining and why, like, when they don't want to pay wages, for example.
We need more
a case
of this.
gets made. Okay, against a particular country, if we don't do this, we're not going to be competitive. I'm saying there's industries where it's easier for us to concretize whether we are winning or we are losing. Whereas when it comes to tourism, it's always treated like it's a soft thing, wabo. So that even when they did this with the soccer, the promoting of 1 billion, there was this mistake that, not a mistake, but
Tottenham.
The Tottenham.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So my feeling is, at the end of the day, my feeling is that most people, because either
and people should
cannot
shed on that.
Yeah, people either don't have an ability to quantify the tourism economy because it's a soft thing. Therefore, they cry foul because they feel like to them, like, when I'm just in South Africa, you know, like, because we feel like on the street level, but South Africa, here in Cape Town, here in Kruger, here in Ling,
and
like,
people come.
Yeah, in my mind, it's not so immediate that it would warrant billions or millions
But
that have been paid.
You know Coke.
Yeah.
But Coke is still marketing to you.
Yeah.
Coke is still advertising to you.
Yeah.
You know Heineken.
Yeah.
But Heineken is still advertising to you. So just because something is known.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you
And
stop
deem it-
advertising.
yeah, because then you wouldn't have all these big brands that are household brands still pumping millions into marketing.
Into their brands.
What you are mentioning is exactly what I'm talking about. But the difference now is that in that case, you don't feel like it's your own money being used to advertise to you. Whereas this time, people are feeling like the state money is being used.
If anything, this is the one you should support because this is advertising that is meant to stimulate cash coming into your pocket.
Yes. But what I'm saying, again, I still go back to that. Maybe when it comes to tourism, the country has not done a good job of making an average man on the street understand the value of tourism for them not to cry foul when we spend on tourism.
When that certain money is being talked about.
Yeah,
I know, I hear you.
So meaning, for example, you can make, I guess SA just went down. You can use that to make a case for tourism. You can use that failure of SAA so that when they see you spending money for Trevor Noah, then but
So they're not doing enough to keep the public off their back.
Yes.
Okay. Which
So-
is how I feel about ANC,
Yeah,
by the way.
you see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, then any amount of money being used, any
It's a
amount,
waste.
it's a waste. Because we don't know how to concretize tourism.
Yeah, no.
And it's
I hear you.
quantifiable. There are numbers
Yeah,
that
they-
speak to
But
Because
you're
they
an
can-
educated man.
how much our tourism industry is worth.
Yeah. And
The
they
numbers are publicly available. Yeah.
and they're able to tell how many people are coming into the country from other countries. Like,
Yeah, but what I'm saying that's still an academic exercise. I'm just saying for the men on the street, for example.
No, I get you, but they could do more
They
to
could do
sell
more,
it.
yeah.
They could do more to sell.
Because even if you look at
Or make us
travel,
aware.
have you seen like even there's the whole short left, they try to do a good job.
Yeah,
And
There's
short
a lot
left
of-
campaign was
There's
dope.
There's a lot of destinations like I even look at the Eastern Cape. The Eastern Cape coastal areas, very nice, under visited or under profiled things that we could just Joburg alone going there. It would be a nice thing, like whether it's a fishing festival that you can start.
Or a farm
Yeah,
somewhere.
then you take those funds, then you develop that community there to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you go to Mpumalanga, there's like nice pockets of things, man, like, you know, that I feel like even locally, I mean, like, because hiking is now a thing. You know, we still have visible, in fact, your wife is from my village. When there was the Imbongi lady, she was telling me the story because we found bones of dinosaur or footprints of bones, I think, in Stekspruit, ne? And then they are now building a mall around that.
Around that.
And I think your wife's cousin, she discovered it. She told
I've
me
not
that
known
and the
about it.
report. Yeah, something like that. Or either she's from that family. So somebody picked up the bone.
That's crazy.
Then there's like mountains because we've got this thing, this mountain, on your left is Free State, you are standing in Eastern Cape, Molekile Soto. But there's a way you can romanticize that story.
Word.
You know, then there's still Mengolo ya Barwa. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now we've discovered this thing,
Word.
you know, and then you can make that part of history as well. You see like how when Ishaka Ilembe was being told. But I'm sure there are communities where that whole series, those stories are very rich and you can actually do a history tourism around certain
that.
things.
Like the Mshesho Walk.
Yeah,
that
but
they do.
the Mushesho Walk. But there's a lot of things that I feel like from a tourism and heritage we can concentrate on to stimulate even local
tourism.
Wabo.
Because I remember when they were doing that short left campaign, that shit was effective, I believe. Short left.
Watch
What is it?
Short left, nearly effective.
Yeah, either way, because it was showing
Yeah,
you
like gems, like local
I'm
gems
falling.
that you could go to. You know what I'm saying? That was hella effective. But, so they're looking to pay him for now 33M.
they look
Yeah.
for a 5-second ad.
Yeah, for a 5-second ad. You know, like it. Maybe right now that is chump change from for now. You know what I'm saying? Might not even be Chalde Egalo from for now. For Trevor.
That's a shitload of money.
Yeah, but that nigga is out here making crazy ass money.
Yeah,
too.
but even for him, that's
For
a
5
shitload of
minutes.
money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's still a lot of money.
Relative.
If he woke up in the morning and it lost that much, he'd be crying.
Well,
Or he got scammed of that much.
He'd be crying. That's a lot of money.
I no be like it and over discounting. I'm thinking he's giving them a discount. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not too mad at Trevor doing it. He is like one of the biggest
It's crazy what these
exports
fees.
that we
How much is
have.
$33 million in dollars?
No, the money is 33 million in USD.
No. 33
No.
Converted in
rand,
South Africa.
rand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how we
33
convert
rand,
that?
Yeah.
33 million rands.
Yeah, it's
How much is that in dollars?
It's 1.7 million.
I thought it was a late 2 point mama.
Yeah, it could be.
270, 280.
Typical dollar, no. Dollar get 18 rand
19,
again.
yeah. So it's about 1.7, 1.8
Yeah.
million dollars for 5 minutes work.
Yeah, which is very shocking to press the high.
So I was listening to
Yeah.
Vince Staples.
The rapper, yeah.
Yeah, got more in the right.
Vince Staples he charges Vince Staples
And Vince is not like the biggest rapper
Yeah.
out in the West Coast. or anything like-
$120,000.
Oh.
For a feature.
For feature.
No, for performance.
For
Oh yes, yeah.
120.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like that's almost like 2.4 million.
Yeah.
120, yeah. So how much should Trevor get? Trevor is way bigger than Vince.
Yeah,
Way.
bigger, yeah.
Can I get him and I?
What's his time worth?
Yeah. It should actually be more. Can I give it down or get a little discount?
For Vince Staples, 100.
Another 120.
Jesus.
You get buy right there.
Jesus.
You get buy up line. Now book out that man he will at least have been see.
You lose your money.
Perform goes on 6. Like
You still gotta pay for his
Has Vince Staples been here?
Yeah.
Somehow got discount.
nice.
for a
And I
brand.
was the. And I don't even know that nigga music like that except his latest album.
Yeah, but he's dope. He's dope.
Yeah.
Which I loved with everything in me, but I wouldn't have gone to a Vince Staples show before that.
When did you get brand?
No.
Was a booking?
Was a booking shop straight.
It was on 6, yeah. And he filled it. Funny
filled
enough,
it, ne?
I was actually
I remember
shocked.
even when Ras
You
was
were
there.
shocked.
Yeah.
Even when Ras was here in Cape Town,
Because I'm like
Bas.
people were
a fan of
shocked.
his.
No, Ras.
Gazofi.
Ras.
Ras, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Ras.
Yeah.
Oh, the white guy.
The white dude.
Okay, come on. Yeah.
He filled up, and people used to say you don't have fans. And
No, he's got fans. He's got fans. Yeah, no. Trevor
you know,
deserves it.
but Tata South Africa happy guys, to be honest. You know, Hanta Tekatung, Elebonta Teba, Halo Sebeta, Akale Madaising, Abajeo, Hajwa Madaising, Asareka Grosari, Lidi Captain Tabana, Atlega Abuemaka, Rotor, to tomorrow's story change. South Africa, that's what's happening. Is that because I read taping that you know, that's what I'm telling. Any expense,
We question.
even if it's legitimate. Because the root cause has sort of Trevor, Lurexo her country is a wrong concept. But Tata Kintatinoa. Because history hilo Twara Chelet does not give us comfort.
Yeah.
And in the appeal.
Yeah.
So stories are just so now in the appeal.
Repilagana Gimshi.
Hore, Retlo look set about Bato Chakan. Terela Pile Katunkamu.
And repila every time
So that
And you've been telling us Arena Nyo.
you've been saying Arena New. So when you look at the COVID, that's actually what the complaint is about.
Yeah.
It's not about the legitimacy of whether South Africa has to be sold or the legitimacy of whether Trevor Noah's rate is fair.
Yeah, and it's not like kore every time has a bua and a bua le chelet. Harsa trust because I color flag fork.
Which is why now what we end up...
Because there's nothing wrong with the flag.
Yeah.
It's just that we just know you niggas.
Yeah.
Kala bua ka flag lo costa buma 12M. It's like nah.
It's like, for example, you know, like, or somebody will, what people tend to do then is that then they will bring things that are unrelated to justify how many houses could have been built that 33 million or another service.
Yeah, that's what they do.
So imagine it's like you are sitting in a company where you've got divisions. There's only budget high. Ukupile 10 million annually. About line items of what he wants to spend it on. Now when the company is not doing well, Mudisa wants to take his staff out for lunch, which was in his plans. It was in his plans. But if we achieve delivery,
Yeah.
only because he's as long as Spencer budget I also shelter how Moody's why is my budget being taken
Hey, bro.
when I've performed well for my division? Wabo, it's unfair. Tourism has its budget and it's using its budget or whatever. Even if it was.
Yeah.
Even if it was.
But we are saying you on a
We are saying even if it was. Even if it was. The state. Because who wants to sell South Africa is not the state.
It might not all be state money, but there is state money in there.
Some of it has to
There
be
is
state.
state money.
Like I, well, petele organization, ute, aganandem no government.
So who's vested interest
And
to sell South
yeah,
Africa?
because also you can say it's private businesses. It's
Ute
not like these private
sector.
businesses are standing at the borders to make sure that these people are patronizing
Exactly.
their businesses. So why would you take 33 million of your own money
And give it
to promote SA tourism when not one of them might even come to your store?
Yep.
It makes no sense.
Yep.
It makes no sense.
What are you- What
These
are you advertising here?
niggas are lying, bro.
If not Trevor, then who? Like who could have they hired?
We're not complaining about Trevor.
We're not
You're not
telling. He's the best candidate. He's like our biggest export, I think.
Yeah.
In terms
It's
of
perfect.
yeah,
Perfect.
it's a
Makes
perfect
sense.
fit.
Makes business sense.
Anam Tasa has been Trevor internationally right now. He's like our Mandela now.
Like,
Man?
Don't snitch, bro.
Why are we just letting anyone just come here to the recording?
hey, bruh.
I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know
We
what's
just
going
be
on.
letting anybody in, hey?
I don't even know what's going on, man. Hey, TG, what else did you got here, man?
No, Chualo, hey, they just be giving anybody mics.
Mike. When it's our time to shine. Everybody been shining.
I might hate.
Hey, that goes shit out us, bro. Hey, they be giving everybody mics right now.
There's a disputes with the Indian name for like the country for
Bharat.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
a whole, it's either Bharat or India and whatnot. So
Yes,
there's
so
do they-
invites for the G20.
Do they have a new president now? What's going on?
No, they've had the same president for about a year, if not 2 years
Yeah,
now.
it's about 2 years. And he's
Yeah.
popular, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he sent out invites for the G20, and it said Bharat and not India.
Not India.
So now there's a whole situation, conversation about the name change.
Or
Oh,
whether they're gonna change
change it or not.
and
Yeah.
move it away from the colonial name, right?
Yeah.
Because India is
It's a-
like the name
Yeah.
India is the colonial name that they got.
Yes, basically.
Ah, they must change that shit, bro.
Must change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the opposition parties are opposing it.
Yeah,
They're
because
opposing it.
They're saying it's Hindi. It's not. It's Hindi. So it's like specific. It's like if South Africans, Zulu people changed the name of the country and it was a Zulu name.
Okay.
Let's say maybe some
Polarizing along tribal lines.
Tribal
Yes,
lines.
yes,
Yeah.
basically. So that's the
We
opposition.
already agree here in Mzansi. People don't complain. Gauteng is like a
Yeah,
social
but
name.
try make that
But I
official.
A country.
No, okay, try make that name official.
Mzansi.
Yeah. Try make it official.
Le Mahua, they are happy to partake in Mzansi. I will do the braai.
Yeah.
As soon as they say it's your country.
Yeah, try make it official.
I feel you. I feel you.
No, I get the issue.
I feel you.
I get the issue, bro. Yeah, man.
Mzansi.
Yeah.
Local is lucky.
Yeah, man.
Until it has to be official.
Until you have to make it official, bro.
Where are you from? I'm from Mzansi.
Zanzi. Oh, wow. Nobody-
Has our street renaming project come to conclusion, or are we still doing it?
Which one?
Stay the street naming
street renaming.
and city naming as well, ne?
And city, yeah,
And city naming.
latest was PE.
Yeah,
Clever.
Klebecha. Tshwane has already changed,
Tshwane Chinchi.
but people still stick to Pretoria.
That's back.
Namakanda.
What's Makanda?
Grahamstown.
Grahamstown is now
Is
Makanda.
Makanda. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Makanda.
They must change them.
They must change the roads too, man.
Yeah, they must
Yeah.
change them.
The
And
more I
airports.
read, that Soul Plucky book. Hi, the ones take quad.
So tine.
Boberi Heto, the Satan, it's our last number. We oh fucking. Did they change the name of that road?
Yeah, I
Ah,
don't
it
think
hasn't
so.
changed.
It hasn't changed yet.
It's Anka Green side, yeah, hasn't
Yeah.
Nah,
changed.
it hasn't changed.
Hasn't changed.
Bobeas.
Both beers.
Bears no dear.
Yes, yeah.
I'm like, nah, bro. We need to change
Yeah,
all
we need
this
to
shit.
change.
Yeah. All of them niggas.
National roads,
Yeah.
airports. Like the first thing that should hit you when you enter this country is that I'm in Africa.
I'm all about the cosmetic change.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
And it's not only cosmetic because the thing is like
I'm all for it, bro.
It's like
it's
a-
identity that day.
there's power in the name. So
Yeah, there's power
I
in
was
the
watching
name.
these guys. How about Nebele Comic G? These boys, oh Nadala Zwete, le Tinizulu.
Or the actors start Shaka
So
Never-
you are saying there was a lot of spiritual visitations or people that never talk like moya. And then Sol was making a very good point out. But remember what these people do, even though they're acting, never beat another smoke or smoke, which is how Africans call each other. Khanti those things was calling their spirits on set.
They were calling the spirits on sets, yeah.
So like now, and because now they're also recording
And
in the fields, because I carry like ancestrally, like Habat Bapatla, like going out into the field
Yeah,
is the most conducive place to do it. And then you also dress that way, you see, and then you are
And
the
you're
set
meditating
resembles
to get into ish.
Abara so ababitsa the same name too, but never
But
can
I was trying to call bullshit on that shit.
Well, I'm telling you what happens.
I'm just thinking, okay, hey, please lama mansel shara. Somebody call my name.
So
Oh, I agree. Okay.
so the thing is that symbolically, these names,
Yeah,
they,
bro.
they should mean something. It mustn't always.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then that's why
yeah, for
Mahua
real.
will always. That's why Mahua, whenever they argue the cost of doing these things.
They'll always talk
Argue
about
the
the
cost.
cost.
Because it's expensive.
It's expensive, yes, it's true, but it's a
Like I
necessary
choose.
expense.
It's necessary. Yo.
It's a necessary expense.
Yeah. You're not like making chip
Like
food.
Bolisotho la Mahalisu.
Not very justifiable when there's other things.
That need to be done.
Why?
Yeah.
Goes back to what I was saying. Hobane ntate wa ka tlung ka mo. Kgale a waste tjhelete nthong tse seng tsa bohlokwa.
Because sharp department that's supposed to handle in a leona budget and trade that's set aside for Ntutsi. Tlamehile ba e etse.
Le dikolo mfethu like schools. Okay, churches are private. You see, when I was talking about that guy na he maforena na ba etsa hedi ke mo hopotsa gore le ena ke le foreign. It's like people that have a problem with Bushiri getting to the bag. He worries people like this, Bo Bushiri and other these evangelist churches. Yeah, nah, let him cook. I know we need to go back to our traditional churches. Which ones? They are
It's
not.
road also.
Let Bushiri cook. Those cooked enough, they even ended up making you believe that they're a traditional church.
traditional.
They are not
Exactly, and
traditional
they're not.
themselves.
And they're not.
Ke lone la pransa paro, bo mme ba sentina ba se apara.
The Luther, what?
Yeah.
Bo Catholic, bo what. All of them.
Reformed.
But let's go Bushiri.
With Dutch reform, go for
Bruh,
that all.
In the History of English podcast, the amount of blood that's spilled for those churches to become.
Yeah. Yep. Did the Protestant
Yo,
Yeah.
women are wars were fought.
For them niggas to establish.
Niggas were burnt at the stake,
Yeah.
called heretics, because they were not subscribing to
never
to
had
that
certain
idea.
church,
Yeah.
Lying.
and it had to move underground by some nigga called Luther.
That's why the Lutheran.
Wakai, big following in Germany.
Yeah.
Shit started spreading like a disease across Europe. Kings are panicking.
So I mean, say,
Niggas are falling.
So I mean, it's a prophet, did I? Get a prophet,
Today.
you know.
Today is
Here's a
traditional
Lutheran church.
It's a Lutheran church.
Protestant,
Protestant, yeah.
Anglican.
Anglican, yeah. To anglicize them. Because it comes from Anglo.
Anglo.
People died for those churches.
Yeah.
Yep.
Niggas were burnt at the stake. Scores.
Today, the Roman Catholics' growth is parallel to the Roman Empire.
So everything comes at a cost, B.
Everything comes at a cost.
Everything comes at a cost. So Lugona, it's the price we must pay to change for this identity, and we must pay it. Everything comes at a cost, bro. Must pay that shit. So yeah, if you tell me about change India, let them change that shit. Yeah, the queen is dead. You know, they free now, B. The queen is dead.
Have
bro.
we been hearing anything about the
Yeah,
king?
Yeah, the king.
Right. Come to think of it.
Has what little suit? What little
Has he
suit?
toured?
No.
He hasn't toured yet.
No.
If he's
But
coming,
and he's supposed to, and
supposed to tour.
I
he
think
needs
so.
to
Yeah,
tour the
he's-
Commonwealth,
he's
Commonwealth,
keeping,
yes.
he's
and
keeping a low
and
profile.
go introduce himself.
Is
there.
that not an old tradition?
It was-
His mom did it.
Yeah, but that was 50
So you
years
think
ago.
he's changing things, but he knows that he's not popular. So like he probably
Yeah,
couldn't
he
be
must
bothered.
do it.
He's probably like, fuck these people.
Where is he gonna go?
Jamaica, all the Commonwealth countries.
He
I
must,
don't
not, he must not set foot in the black Commonwealth country.
You must come to Lesotho.
I will still yakwa.
Ah, Lesotho tlohe.
What also took show.
You'll be pelted with
Ah, but that man, I think Ubatla Tika, the guy who's gonna be very popular is his son. His son is he's got the look, he's got the stature.
Yeah, his son might. Yeah.
Plus,
might-
I guess the other one has already decided they're now vi.
He,
So,
didn't,
like,
he wasn't gonna be.
So this one is gonna be, he's young, he's
Yeah.
yeah.
And
No,
people don't like his
William.
wife.
William
Yeah.
looks like he's
People don't like his wife, so
Camilla.
yeah, they don't like the current king's wife.
oh yeah, she was the side chick.
But she's a whore.
the one that was a side chick.
Yeah.
She's the what?
Yeah, they put all sorts of whore shit on her.
Wow.
And the guy really see she's not a local.
Yeah, she's not a local.
She's not a, she's not Princess Diana.
Yeah, she's not Diana. at
Princess
all.
Diana was high. When Princess Diana was famous, she was at the same time Libo
Diana was beautiful.
She was.
Madam Kima Teresa.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you need to run, like, the popularity.
In terms
Yeah,
of fame.
popularity,
In terms of fame, right?
And like we were kids, like why is this lady famous?
Lady Di.
Lady Di.
Yeah, Mfana was supposed to do his tour, bro, of the Commonwealth, but he hasn't done it. So
maybe by that, like you wait so long to become king, and this lady is just not dying. By the time you take over, you're already tired. You're already given up.
Like tea, see.
Hey, bro.
You're nursing her diabetes disease.
Yeah, no. But his son looks like.
Yeah, he might do a good job.
Yeah,
then he must do justice to the son and die quickly so that the son can take over while he's still young. Yeah.
But have you seen Lynn talking about it? Talking of which, the Biden go to the hell Masalem Hall.
Yeah,
so he was not as popular as Trump, ne? So now he's taking ill. Michelle Obama. There was I saw a rumor that Michelle Obama will be the candidate for the Democrats.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah, it was a breaking news. Yeah,
America is not ready for a black woman.
Yet her deputy is a black woman already.
Yeah, but it's not ready for a black woman in power. Not at that position.
But
America won't allow it.
But what's conducive? There was never ready for a black president too. But like now got this whole movement, that gender, what, and if America, Germany had the first female president. I was gonna say because of always selling democracy, they would have found a way. But now that's a statement. A black
woman.
A black of a superpower.
The right wingers are in trouble because
that's not gonna happen.
Because they let too many foreigners into the country, even though they're foreigners themselves.
Yeah.
Because everybody's a foreigner there except the native Americans. And that's what they've been complaining about. It's like they are slowly being pushed
to
out
the south.
Because as more and more people come into the country. Oh. I didn't mute the shit. You're not so when you hear your own voice.
Somewhere in my right in, you know the free. The free one is 30 minutes on air before you finish the shit.
What was I saying?
No, Buaka Kadeging. The right wingers, being afraid of this influx.
Yeah, because now it lends more voting power to
minorities.
Yeah. Which could put people like Michelle Obama in power.
Yeah.
And then the liberal white population.
Yeah.
Together.
I just don't see that happening now.
I can see it happening.
I just don't see
I also don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Because Bill Burr doesn't like her very much.
Doesn't like it.
I got Michelle. What did Michelle do to it?
Michelle, like, what the fuck are you going on a book tour for? What have you done in life besides fucking the president?
I made the president, bitch. I made the president.
Like what are you out here to tell us?
To tell you how it is.
How it is
somebody before they were
because
president.
The best thing you ever did in your life.
Fuck the president.
There's a lot you can tell.
But she did a lot.
How I spotted the president in him.
Has been tearing her up for ages.
How I spotted the president.
Exactly.
And stayed the course.
Exactly. How I kept that marriage alive.
And there was no scandals.
No scandals.
In his presidency.
And they tried
I need to tell these women how to do it.
Yeah, they tried to get him God.
How to be a kingmaker.
Did you see they try to get him God again? There's a
Obama?
guy who sits with
he slept with
Tucker
him.
Carlson.
He slept with Obama.
Yeah.
They lied.
He did crack with him.
The chef that died.
Yeah, I saw that story.
Not the chef
I don't know if it's but there's a guy who came out. He had a sexual encounter
with Obama.
I
lie, bro.
Why are you saying it's lie?
I lie.
Why are we?
Like, come on, it sounds wild, bro.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah, I know it's lying. He's lying. He's lying, bro.
He will stand on it because what's like
anybody else I'll believe that story.
He knows he's political connect.
But
he's political connect. So to him, it's not a far-fetched idea. When he hears it,
not.
He's like, no.
Why are we victim shaming? Why are we victim shaming?
And if it's a no, fuck that shit. They try to get
Obama. The way we are seeing like Ubu Agenda Network, where now sex happens in prisons, but we don't want to accept this thing or the possibility about the political prisoners. It was different. How was it different, my G? These guys were sentenced to death. Why is it your mind refuses to see sex there?
It's not. Those niggas were not evil. You know what I'm saying?
You see how you guys are justifying?
Yeah, like criminals are evil. Like this nigga is a hardcore evil nigga, right? Ubulabatu. So a person that doesn't give a fuck about killing you will not give a fuck about fucking you.
Why would you associate evilness with homosexuality?
Exactly.
No, so I mean, okay, that's like no, don't miss my words. I see what this nigga did.
Catch the rest of this episode on Patreon.
Dojo.